I'm one of those type of people when I feel that about something I'm writing, I will scrap the whole thing and start over. So that's what we're doing. Honestly, I'm trying to stay focused. You must think I got to be joking. I don't think I can wait. I just need it. Hey y'all, happy Monday. It is Monday, October 30th. And it's about noon. I've been up for a couple of hours at this point, getting some things done. Monday is my spiritual self-care day, so, doing all the things that I need to handle spiritually during the week. This is Kickoff today. I am currently doing an outline for Nanowrimo, and I decided to scrap one of my manuscripts that I've been working on. I've been writing 2 books, and one of them is going through the editing phase, which is the 3rd Foolish book. And this one, Son of the Crossroad, I started writing it, and I was trying to decide whether I wanted to do a whole new piece of work for Nanowrimo or revisit something that I had already wrote. And I'm not even gonna hold y'all, like, I love what I wrote so far, but it just, you know how you write something, I'm talking to my writers right now, okay? You know how you write something and, like, it's good, but it could be better, like, it's just missing something. I'm one of those type of people when I feel that about something I'm writing, I will scrap the whole thing and start over. So that's what we're doing. So I decided to use Son of the Crossroad, the manuscript that I scrapped, as my project for Nanowrimo. So I am currently doing the outline of that right now. Just kind of getting some ideas down, some key points down, solidifying things within the plot, things of that nature. That is what we're doing. It's a quiet day. I've noticed over the course of like the last maybe couple of days, I've been wanting quiet. Like, I've been craving quiet, which is very strange for me because I'm not one of them type of people that can really sit in the silence. I always have to have something in the background, whether it's music. You see I got my headphones on, whether it's background noise from the TV, or like I have to have something stimulating me at all times. And I found that that's not always good. Like, sometimes I think we avoid the silence because it's uncomfortable. So when I was doing my morning pages this morning, that's one of the things that I talked about, which, side note, hold please, bruh. I've been reading The Artist's Way. I just had to pause for the cause because there are very few self-help books where people are like, oh my god, this book changed my life. Oh my god, this is so amazing. And like, I'll read it and I'll be like, this sounds so regurgitated. When the TikTok girlies said that once you start this book, be prepared to not be able to go back to the way that things were, and that this book will shift everything in your life. Baby, I'm on week 2. Okay, and I'm going to blame this, plus the eclipse that happened, for the clarity, for the, what's the word I'm reading? The jarring realizations that I've been coming to. This book, y'all, like, and I have been marking all of it through this book. Like, it's wild. Like, this book, like, I've been marking all of it through her, okay? All of it through her. I got little tabs to annotate stuff. If you are a creative, hell, even if you're not a creative, but you just kind of want to be rawfully truthful with yourself, rawfully truthful with yourself, I'm trying to decide what's kicking my ass the most, whether it's the actual content of the book or if it's the morning pages. But this in this book. Child, I was up in here crying this morning. It was a good cry though. It was a good cry, but this thing had me. I stand behind this. I'm not one of them people that believe everything people say on TikTok. I don't go out and just buy things because people say to buy them. This, however, but I'm gonna take you guys with me, and I'm gonna do more than pages. I'm gonna film it one day because like the raw emotion. If you are not ready to be real with yourself, do not read that book. Do not read that book. Like I promise you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, child. Not me sounding like Keon. Inside joke. But happy November 1st. Happy VLOGVEMBER. Happy Nanowrimo. I can't talk this morning. Happy Nanowrimo. This is going to be the first vlog in my VLOGVEMBER series, okay? I am vlogging every day of November, every day of Nanowrimo. I keep wanting to call it Nanowrimo. I don't know why. But I will be vlogging every day of November, so this is vlog uno. I am about to do my face care. I am brewing some coffee because Lord knows. I actually got a pretty late start this morning. It's like 11 o'clock. Child, I usually be up by then. Like, the latest I usually get up is about 8:30. Wasn't feeling it this morning, so I slept in. What am I doing after that? I'm going to do my morning pages. And then we're going to get to writing. But I wanted to open up this vlog and introduce this vlog and talk to y'all a little bit about why I'm doing this vlog, right? So, like I said, here my swollen girl being the main character again, girl. But the whole reason I decided, and crazy thing, I decided to do VLOGVEMBER yesterday, as in on Halloween, as in we're winging it. But not only is me vlogging every day in November accountability for me, right? One thing that I very quickly noticed, this is like my second or third year doing Nanowrimo, right? And one thing that I quickly noticed was that there weren't many black folk that were in my cipher, that was in my atmosphere, that were doing NaNoWrimo. So I asked the question on TikTok, and the most common answer that I got was because people didn't know that it existed. And that's so unfortunate to me because I feel like black stories are important, black writers are important, and it's also important for us to get these stories told. So I want to take y'all along with me on the journey of writing my next novel, Son of the Crossroad. If you have been following me on my social media, or I think I may have said it in a previous video, I scrapped the whole manuscript to Son of the Crossroad. Son of the Crossroad is a story that I wrote maybe like a year ago. It started off as a short story given to me by a prompt from a writer mutual. And like when I dropped that short story, it was called Yes at first. When I dropped that short story, people loved that short story so much where I had people inboxing me and DMing me asking me when I'm going to turn this story into a full body of work. And at first, I had no plans to do that. I was like, y'all better take this short story and you better love it and enjoy it and digest it because that's all you're getting. Because at the time, I was working on Foolish 3, right? But the more I sat with it and the more I reread it and the more like ideas started to pop up, characters started to talk, I was like, child, let me go ahead and write this book. Let me just write this book. Okay. So Son of the Crossroad is the book that I'm going to be working on for NaNoWrimo this year. And so I scrapped the whole manuscript. We're starting over. And I'm honestly excited about it. I think this may be that one. Okay. And if you're a writer, you know what that one means. Okay, you know what that one means. But I want to take y'all with me along on the journey to write this book. And we're going to do the thing. It's going to hold me accountable. It's going to keep me on track. And I'm just honestly excited for this book. So I'm gonna get my skincare things done, and then I will talk to y'all. Hey y'all, doing a check-in. It is, what time is it? It's 2:42. I am working on the prologue still. My daily writing goal is 1,666 words per day. Right now, I'm sitting at 530 words, which for me is on target, it's on track, and I'll probably go above that today, TBH. Um, it's just depending on how I'm feeling. But today is off to a great writing start, and actually being able to sit down and write the book is exciting to me. And I had two realizations while I was writing earlier. One of which is I really feel like this project is going to revitalize, re energize my love for writing. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, and I'm gonna make a whole video about this, so please keep your eyes peeled. But I hated writing Foolish too, and it showed. Like, it really, truly showed. And to be completely honest, I disliked that book. But, um, I like it felt like a chore, mainly because I wasn't. Not to say that I wasn't wanting to write Foolish too. Life was lifing, and I just wasn't inspired, and it shows in that book. And I'm not ashamed to say that because I'm not one of those people that think that everything I write is always going to be just top notch great, even though that's the goal. But it shows a writer's process. It shows what can happen as a writer. All of your books aren't going to be hits, right? People talk more about Foolish 1 than they do about Foolish 2. People talk more about Foolish 2 because of all of the secrets that starts to come out in Foolish 2. But structurally, Foolish 2 isn't that great of a book. Anyway, that's the first thing I realized. The second thing that I realized is that I am still, or actually, how can I word it? There are things about the church that are very still, girl, get your words together. There are things about the church that are very much so still ingrained in me. And I know y'all gonna be like, girl, you are a churchy hoodoo. Duh. Yes, I am. However, I don't consider myself a Christian. I don't consider myself religious in that type of aspect. I and that's something that I think still 10 years in I still struggle with. You know what I'm saying? I've been practicing hoodoo for 10 almost 11 years now, and there are still things within that kind of push and pull between the black church and hoodoo that I struggle with. I'm not perfect, but I realized as I was writing how much church is still ingrained in me. And one thing that is really bringing up is the church hurt aspect of this book, because church hurt is going to be a large topic in this book. It is the underlying root of a lot of things, a lot of issues, a lot of secrets in this book. And it's having me identify and acknowledge and work through my own church hurt. I made a TikTok yesterday where I was talking about where my church hurt originated from. It didn't originate from my home church. It originated from another church in the town that I lived in. And to this day, I will probably never step foot back in that church ever again. But I've had to identify that. Like, I've had to think about that as I'm writing this story. And it's just so funny to me. Like things that are coming up are just funny. Like, realizing how much I'm still very churchy in a lot of ways. Like, things that I shouldn't remember, I remember. Like, why do I still remember the benediction word for word? Now unto him that is able to keep us from falling and present you faultless before the, like, why why do I remember the benediction? Why? Child. Anyway, but I'm excited. It's off to a great start. I hope that everybody else that is writing for Nanowrimo is having a good first day, our kickoff day. And I'm actually kind of having fun doing these vlogs. Not even kind of. I'm having fun documenting my process. And I think it's cool that I'll be able to look back at the process of me writing this book, because that's something that I didn't get to do with Foolish. I didn't film it. I wasn't interested in doing any of that, even though now looking back, I should have, because Foolish is a dope book, and it was a dope experience writing it. But we have this experience, we have this documentation, this footage. I'm excited. I hope these vlogs inspire y'all. That's the main reason I'm doing it, is to keep up the momentum, inspire you to get your stories out there. I don't care how much you think your story, doesn't matter. As a black writer, our stories are important. Keep that in mind, okay? I hope you guys, oh, child, what is happening to my voice? Child, I hope you guys, I hope you guys are having a great first day kickoff, and I will chat back in with y'all later. Can we talk about how crusty I've been looking this entire vlog? Just lips dry, food in my teeth, like, chop. It's okay. It's okay. It's the life of a writer. But I'm probably, most likely, 10 times out of 10, going to end the vlog here because I have the prologue that I need to finish writing. I already exceeded my word count for today, so I'm sitting at about 2,000 words. Go me. And I also have a live book reading at 7 p.m. on TikTok, which I'm not uploading this until 8, so sorry. But I'm doing a live reading of my book Foolish on TikTok tonight at 7 p.m. So I need to get ready for that, drink some tea, get the old vocals ready. You feel me? So I'm going to end the vlog here. I will check in with you guys tomorrow. I hope y'all had an amazing first day of writing. Stay encouraged, stay motivated, stay disciplined, and I hope that these walks up with that. So I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace. She see money all around me.